It's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Come on. Hey, left wing 19. Check pass. 18, high in. Go street. Ready.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
These two teams getting a couple of late season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 12. And it was the Eagles who got the win on the road, so now they look to finish off the sweep here in Philly.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Hurts.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So 2 incompletions have led them to an early 3rd and 10.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts.
He's going deep for Brown.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off by Malik Hooker.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Throwing to start the drive, but that went incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott, and he's going to be stopped at about the 37.
Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Well, Charles, it's early, but that's a key 3rd down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does this job, takes it away, turns over the offense. Let's pick up a nice first down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot at the end zone because it looks like the field goal is almost assured. Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Play action now. Prescott. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. T.J. Edwards gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Here's Prescott. This throw left side is caught by Tolbert. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 14. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys! Jalen Tolbert, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. The extra point up and good by Garibay. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Hurts. Airing it out deep for Smith. They've got his man complete. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A big play there for Philly. 42 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They run behind center with Gainwell. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. The Eagles at 7-5 now of the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory. But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On play action, Prescott. Right back to Tolbert. Touchdown, Cowboys! Jalen Tolbert with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point up and good by Garibay. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
On first down, Hurts. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Unlock line, head the street, hurt.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now, after the loss, they'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. Hurts. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
A chance of wasting this great starting field position. A real threat. This is 3rd and long. Hurts sets up to throw it. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Here we go, 46, 46.
And again, it's Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, I mean, it hadn't been a picture-perfect first half for this defense to this point, but that's a big play to get them right back in the ballgame.
And I think that changes their mind frame. Now they're saying to themselves, hey, we're still in this. And even though our offense hasn't done anything, we've had our troubles on our own right, we still made a play right there that could change the course of this game. Great job delivering.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Cowboys go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point up and good. 7. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned.
He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
19 strike, 19, Buffalo 18.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Flushed out right. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Throwing again on 2nd down.
Hurts.
Complete. Smith has it. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
That's good for the Eagles. Cowboy 8. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line. Ready.
They'll run with Sanders, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
This will be just a 21-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and that was a smart move.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
110 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Open man is Uzama. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And he'll get it inside the 35.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get it.
Oh, Prescott stripped, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play fake. Here's Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's got to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be.
third down, it's Prescott. That is caught at the 7. And the Cowboys are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead. And part of that can be attributed to their success on third downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now.
Touchdown! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime. The extra point up and good by Garibay. And the lead is up to 18 now. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Let's go now.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with only 9 seconds remaining and not much time, we'll see how they play this. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough, but man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Again, it's Elliott. And he's got some space here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 153 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. A first down carry by him. And oh, he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. Like they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this. And Prescott, his third interception. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Cut 19! Rig! Trap 50! Trap 50!
Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long.
19 tight.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. But the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation, they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got for another opportunity to get 6 points.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well because it's not quite no harm, no foul, but the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 183 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he continues to put a hurt on this defense. A first down throw for Prescott. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Prescott to throw it. That's caught once again by Gallup. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a first and goal.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and it's picked up by the Eagles. He's got daylight. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. Well, there you go, from red zone to red zone on that fumble return.
It's amazing how fast things can turn around, isn't it? I mean, it looks like one team's driving, got everything taken care of. All of a sudden, the ball's on the ground or popped in the air, and whoosh, there you go in the other direction. Good job by the defense. You see how they practice that, too. You can tell, coordinated. As soon as they got the ball, everyone turned to block someone and try and help them along the way.
And now set up here in Torrey. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. Elliott good on the extra point, and this is now a 1-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Prescott. That's Gallup on the slant. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. It's caught. Tolbert. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. Throwing, Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Running the jet sweep as Prescott backs it forward. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. 31 yards. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Steps away to his left. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
Taking it about the 1. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Hurt 70, Hurt 70. Hurt. Buffalo 18, Dragon 60.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 88 yards. And the Eagles have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the fourth.
Partner, you know the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the fourth. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted a tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first. On play action, they'll throw. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Here's Brian Anger now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Open man Lamb. It's complete. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down on a well-designed play there. That gets him 16 to move the chains. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And some room to roam now. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. One man in the backfield, that's Elliott on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott, and this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Garabay's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken the game. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's intercepted yet again. And that could be the backbreaker. And the Cowboys have just about sewn up this football game. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Throwing here. Prescott going to take it away with a pick. And the Eagles come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.